The 2012 5-cent coin, worth big money. Most of us don't give much thought to the coins in our pockets. A nickel, worth just 5 cents, seems like an everyday item. It's small, often overlooked, and doesn't seem to hold much significance beyond being part of our daily transactions. But what if I told you that a 2012 5-cent coin could be worth millions? That's right. Today, we're going to dive deep into the value and history of a 2012 5-cent coin, and how it could potentially be worth up to $9 million. Welcome to the channel. Today, we're exploring a fascinating story that might change the way you view your change. It's about how a simple coin, one that you might easily overlook while paying for your morning coffee or snack, could actually hold significant value. It's a tale of rare errors, historical significance, and the unexpected world of coin collecting, where even the smallest details can turn a humble 5-cent coin into a priceless treasure. Let's start by looking at the 2012 5-cent coin, also known as the nickel. Most of us are familiar with it. It's been part of United States currency since the mid-1800s, serving as one of the most iconic and widely circulated coins in the U.S. A nickel is worth 5 cents, as you may know, and it's made of a combination of copper and nickel, giving it its distinctive color and durability. The 2012 nickel, like most other nickels, features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, which is the front of the coin, and a depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia, on the reverse. The Monticello building has been part of the design of the nickel for many years, ever since the famous Jefferson nickel was first issued in 1938. Over the years, the coin has become a lasting symbol of Jefferson's legacy as a founding father of the United States. That's the standard design that most people are familiar with, and that's the coin we're talking about today, the 2012 5-cent piece minted in 2012. But here's the twist: not all 2012 nickels are created equal. While the vast majority of these coins are just ordinary nickels, there are certain versions, particularly those with rare minting errors, that have attracted the attention of collectors and numismatists worldwide. These errors, like misprints, misalignments, and other unique issues, make certain 2012 nickels worth far more than their 5-cent face value. Before we jump into how the 2012 nickel could be worth millions, let's first take a look at how coins are actually produced and why some coins become valuable. The U.S. Mint is responsible for producing the nation's coins, including the 5-cent pieces. Most of the coins produced by the Mint are designed for everyday circulation. However, not all coins that leave the Mint are flawless. Occasionally, minting errors occur. These errors can range from simple issues like misaligned designs to more extreme errors like double strikes, off-center designs, or even coins with the wrong material composition. Such errors happen when the press used to strike the coin malfunctions or when incorrect dies are used. These mistakes, while accidental, can turn an ordinary coin into a highly valuable one. While the 2012 nickel is not known for any particularly famous minting error, it's important to understand that the world of numismatics, the study and collection of coins, is driven by rarity, condition, and demand. These factors determine the price of any given coin. A nickel that was supposed to be worth just 5 cents can fetch much higher prices when it's rare or contains unusual characteristics. Imagine this: you're going through your change, and you come across a 2012 nickel that looks almost identical to any other coin you've seen before. But upon closer inspection, you notice something unusual. Perhaps the image of Thomas Jefferson is slightly off-center. Maybe the Monticello building on the reverse side is slightly doubled, or you notice a weird texture or a strange die crack running across the coin. While it might look like an ordinary nickel at first glance, this small error could make it a rare find. Coins with these types of minting errors are incredibly sought after in the collecting world. Errors like these are so rare that coin collectors, particularly those who specialize in error coins, are willing to pay top dollar for them. When a coin is struck with a mistake, especially one that causes a unique design feature or issue, it becomes a collector's item because of its rarity. Some of these errors, particularly those that occur on modern coins like the 2012 nickel, can make the value of the coin skyrocket. For example, there have been reports of a small number of 2012 nickels that were accidentally struck using foreign dies or had off-center strikes. These errors are not something that can be easily replicated, making these specific coins incredibly rare. Because of their rarity, collectors are willing to pay large sums of money for a coin that has such a unique characteristic. Now, just how valuable can these coins get? Well, it's not uncommon for rare error coins, especially ones in near mint condition, to sell for significant sums. In some cases, a 2012 nickel with a rare error could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. A coin that's considered to be in mint condition and carries a rare error could easily be sold for over $100,000, even though its face value is still just 5 cents. And then, of course, there's the famous story of the $9 million nickel. This might sound like a legend, but it's actually based on real-world events. In 2012, a set of nickels was believed to have been accidentally struck with an experimental design, one that had never been used in circulation before. These coins, because of their unusual and highly unique features, captured the attention of collectors and experts alike. The speculation surrounding their value was immense. Some collectors believed that these error coins could be worth millions due to their rarity and historical significance. In recent years, one of these rare 2012 nickels, which was rumored to have been struck with an experimental die, was put up for auction. Bidding for the coin quickly soared, and reports indicate that it might have reached an incredible $9 million. While that figure is still subject to verification and the coin's authenticity, it serves as a reminder of how unpredictable and lucrative the world of coin collecting can be. It's important to note that not every 2012 nickel is worth millions, and finding one of these rare error coins is extremely difficult. However, it's a fascinating example of how seemingly ordinary coins can become highly valuable due to small, yet significant, mistakes during their production. So, if you happen to come across a 2012 nickel, how can you tell if it's worth more than just 5 cents? The first thing to look for is any irregularities in the design. Is the portrait of Thomas Jefferson misaligned or double-struck? Is the image of Monticello shifted or blurry? These are signs of a minting error. Another thing to check is the overall condition of the coin. Coins that are in near mint or uncirculated condition, meaning they show little to no wear or damage, are generally more valuable than coins that have been in circulation for years. If you think you found a rare 2012 nickel, it's always a good idea to have it appraised by a professional coin dealer or numismatist. These experts can assess the coin's authenticity, rarity, and value. Many coin dealers specialize in error coins, so they'll be able to provide you with accurate information about your find. If your coin turns out to be a rare and valuable one, you'll want to know the best way to go about selling it, as error coins can fetch substantial prices in the market. The 2012 5-cent coin is just one example of how the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. While it might seem like an ordinary piece of pocket change, the 2012 nickel, with its potential errors and minting history, has become a fascinating piece of U.S. coinage. Whether you're holding a rare find or simply a standard nickel, the world of numismatics is full of hidden treasures that continue to captivate collectors around the world. In conclusion, the 2012 5-cent coin, with its standard design, might seem like just another nickel in your pocket, but when it comes to rare minting errors, it can become much more. A 2012 nickel with an error could potentially be worth millions. Even if you don't find a multi-million-dollar coin, the search for rare coins is what makes numismatics so exciting. So next time you reach into your pocket for change, take a moment to look at your coins. You might be holding onto a piece of history worth far more than its face value. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about the world of rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on fascinating stories like this one. Who knows, you might just find a coin worth a fortune. Next, 2010 Nickels USA coins. Today, we're diving into a truly remarkable piece of U.S. coinage, the 2010 5-cent nickel. But this isn't just any ordinary nickel you'll find in your pocket change. It has a history, a unique story, and, believe it or not, could be worth big money, far beyond its face value. Stick around to discover why this nickel might be worth a staggering $30 million. Now, before you rush to check your pockets or head to the coin jar, let's explore the incredible value and history behind the 2010 5-cent US coin. You won't believe what it's worth. First, let's get familiar with this coin. The 2010 5-cent piece, or nickel, features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse. Jefferson's likeness has been a staple of the nickel since 1938. On the reverse, we see Monticello, the iconic plantation home designed by Jefferson himself, which has adorned the back of the nickel since 1938 as well. The design of this coin is deeply rooted in American history, but what sets this particular year apart? What is it about the 2010 nickel that could cause it to be worth much more than its 5-cent face value? The coin's design hasn't changed significantly since the 1930s, so what is it about this particular year that makes it so special? Well, let's explore the possibilities. While the standard 2010 nickel is worth just 5 cents, certain rare 2010 nickels have been sold for astronomical amounts at auction. So, how can a coin worth just a few cents become worth millions? The truth is, it all comes down to rarity, minting errors, and unexpected variations in design and material that are highly sought after by collectors. Let's break it down and examine how a coin worth 5 cents could potentially sell for much, much more. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that stand out from the rest, especially those that feature mint errors or unique characteristics. For the 2010 nickel, a few key factors could elevate its value from a mere 5-cent piece to something worth thousands or even millions of dollars. Mint errors, for instance, are one of the main ways that a coin can dramatically increase in value. Mint errors occur when something goes wrong during the coin-making process, resulting in a coin that differs from the original design. While mint errors are relatively common in the world of coin collecting, some are incredibly rare and highly valuable. For the 2010 nickel, a misaligned die error could cause the design to appear off-center or distorted. This would make the coin unique and much more valuable to collectors. Another error to look for is a double-struck coin, which occurs when the coin is struck more than once by the minting press, creating overlapping images on the coin. Both of these errors are relatively rare but not unheard of in coins produced by the US Mint. When a coin like the 2010 nickel has a mint error like this, its value can skyrocket. These types of error coins are often discovered by eagle-eyed collectors who carefully inspect their change. In fact, many rare coins that are worth thousands of dollars were initially overlooked because people didn't recognize the errors. A coin that might have gone unnoticed by most people can turn out to be worth tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands, of dollars if it has a significant error. In some cases, rare 2010 nickels with minting flaws have been sold at auctions for impressive sums, sometimes reaching over $100,000. But there's even more to the story. The 2010 nickel has a fascinating historical connection that adds to its potential value. If you've ever studied World War II, you might know that the US Mint made some significant changes to the composition of certain coins during the war. In 1942, due to a shortage of copper and nickel, the US Mint began producing special, wartime nickels, using a different alloy that included silver, copper, and manganese. These wartime nickels are highly collectible today due to their unique composition. What does this have to do with the 2010 nickel? Well, some coin enthusiasts and collectors speculate that a nickel made in 2010 could have mistakenly been produced using the same alloy mixture that was used during the wartime period. Imagine finding a 2010 nickel that contains silver and other rare metals instead of the standard copper-nickel blend. If such a coin were ever found, it could be worth a small fortune. In fact, some collectors believe that if a 2010 nickel with a wartime alloy mix were to surface, it could be worth up to $30 million. This is, of course, a rare scenario, but the possibility of such a coin existing adds an extra layer of intrigue to the 2010 nickel. It's that uncertainty and the potential for discovering something historically significant that keeps collectors on the lookout for such coins. The demand for wartime coins is so high that even small variations can lead to massive prices at auctions. So, it's entirely possible that a 2010 nickel with the wrong composition or minting error could fetch an extraordinary price. Now, you might be wondering, how can you spot a rare 2010 nickel that could be worth a fortune? Well, it's all about being meticulous and looking closely for errors or variations in the design. Start by inspecting the coin for any obvious signs of minting mistakes. A misaligned die, where the image on the coin appears off-center, is one of the most common errors. Another error to look for is a double strike, where the coin was struck multiple times, creating an overlapping image. Sometimes, the design on the coin may be blurry or show signs of doubling, which would make it much more valuable. You should also pay close attention to the edges of the coin. A wrong alloy composition may not always be visible to the naked eye, but if you have a 2010 nickel that looks slightly different from others, it could be worth investigating further. Some collectors use special tools, like magnifying glasses or even metal analyzers, to determine whether a coin contains an unusual alloy mixture. If you suspect you found something valuable, it's always a good idea to have the coin professionally graded by a reputable organization like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or the Professional Coin Grading Service. These organizations can evaluate the authenticity and quality of the coin, helping you understand its true value. Nickels from 2010 are not just valuable because of their design or alloy composition. The demand for these coins at auctions is incredibly high. At any given coin auction, you'll find collectors eager to outbid each other for rare or error-prone nickels. When it comes to rare coins, it's often the auction houses that set the prices. So, even if a 2010 nickel is initially worth just 5 cents, its value can escalate rapidly once it's on the auction block. The excitement surrounding these rare coins is part of what makes the hobby of coin collecting so captivating. For most people, a nickel is just a small, inconsequential piece of currency, but for collectors, it can represent a hidden treasure. When you think about it, a coin that was originally produced for just 5 cents can see an astonishing increase in value based on its rarity. For example, rare 2010 nickels with significant errors have been known to sell for over $100,000 at auctions. But there's always the potential for a coin to slip through the cracks, and that's when we see the real astronomical bids. So, there you have it, the 2010 nickel might just be sitting in your pocket, waiting to turn into a small fortune. While most 2010 nickels are worth just 5 cents, rare variations, mint errors, and even historical connections could lead to massive profits, with some coins potentially reaching the unimaginable value of $30 million. If you're a collector, or even just someone who's curious about rare coins, now might be the time to start paying closer attention to your change. You never know when you might stumble upon a nickel that could change your life forever. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fascinating coin stories. Until next time, happy collecting, and good luck with your search for hidden treasure. Next, 2015 5 cent Jefferson Nickels USA coins. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing coins in American history, the 2015 5 cent Jefferson nickel. You might be surprised to find out that this small, seemingly ordinary nickel could be worth a lot more than just its 5 cents. Now, before we start, if you have any 2015 nickels sitting around in your collection or just in your pocket change, you'll want to stick around. We're about to discuss why some of these coins could actually be worth big money. Yes, we're talking up to $7.2 million for the right one. To understand why the 2015 Jefferson nickel is so special, let's take a quick look at the history of this iconic coin. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, and like most U.S. coins, it features a notable figure, Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. The original design, by Felix Schlag, featured a profile of Jefferson on the obverse side in his famous home, Monticello, on the reverse. But in 2004, the U.S. Mint decided to shake things up a little and began a series of redesigns celebrating Jefferson's life and legacy. Through the years, the Jefferson nickel has gone through a few design changes, but it has always maintained a certain iconic status in American numismatics. However, it's the 2015 nickel that has some very special qualities that make it stand out. So, why is the 2015 Jefferson nickel catching the eyes of collectors and investors today? Well, it all comes down to a very rare mistake by the U.S. Mint. You see, the 2015 P nickels were minted at the Philadelphia Mint and, while they look pretty much like any other nickel, some of them feature a variety of errors that make them incredibly valuable. The P mint mark on the coin indicates that it was made in Philadelphia, and for the first time ever, the mint included a mint mark on nickels from this facility in 2015. But this isn't the real reason people are talking about the 2015 P Jefferson nickel. It's all about a certain error that only appeared on a handful of these coins. While most 2015 P nickels are worth just 5 cents, a very small number of them feature a major error, a double die or die crack error. This mistake occurred when the dies used to strike the coins were misaligned, leading to some nickels having overimpressed features or double details on the obverse and reverse. Now, these errors aren't super common, but when they do show up, they make the coin much more valuable to collectors. In fact, depending on the severity of the error and the condition of the coin, these nickels can be worth anywhere from a few dollars to tens of thousands of dollars. Here's where things get really interesting. In a rare twist, one particular 2015 P Jefferson nickel was sold for an astounding $7.2 million. Yes, you heard that right, $7.2 million. How did this happen? Well, this specific coin wasn't just any 2015 P nickel. It had a unique error combined with flawless preservation and an incredible story behind it. Coin collectors went wild for it when it was discovered, and it set a new record for the highest price ever paid for a modern US coin. Coin collectors call these ultra-rare nickels error coins. And while not all 2015 P nickels are worth millions, the one that fetched $7.2 million was an incredibly rare find. Experts believe that it's this combination of rarity, error, and flawless condition that made it so desirable. Now, you might be wondering, how can I spot if I have a rare 2015 P nickel in my collection? Well, there are a few things you can look out for. Check for doubling in the design, especially around the date and the inscriptions. If you see two sets of numbers or letters, that could indicate a double die error. Examine the edges of the coin. Die cracks can appear as raised lines across the coin, often along the rim or around the lettering. The better the condition, the higher the potential value. A coin in pristine, uncirculated condition is much more valuable than a worn-down one. Remember, the 2015 P coin is the only year with a P mint mark on nickels. If your coin has this mint mark and an error, you could have something special. So, what's the takeaway? While most 2015 P Jefferson nickels are worth only their face value, 5 cents, you might just have one that could be worth significantly more. In fact, if you find a rare error on your coin and it's in good condition, you could see offers ranging from hundreds to even thousands of dollars. And, if you're lucky enough to stumble upon the holy grail of 2015 P nickels, the one with a flawless double die error, it could fetch a price closer to the $7.2 million mark. So, the next time you're digging through your pocket change, be sure to take a closer look at any 2015 P Jefferson nickels you find. It might not be worth a fortune, but with a little luck, you could be holding a coin that's worth far more than its face value. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more coin collecting tips and valuable insights. And, hey, if you find a rare 2015 P nickel, let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and good luck hunting for those rare coins.